What up, YouTube? It's Jesse here. Everyone's outdoors. Please like and subscribe if you want. Just want to talk to you about these Powerbelts I have on the table, how I've been using them, and why they're shitty. They're fucking garbage. That's my personal opinion. I think they're just crap. So I picked up these Federals, 100% copper. Hopefully that'll I might get a little bit more penetration, which that's the problem with these. So I've shot. Sorry about the light reflection. So I've shot these 250 grain arrow lights. They say if you're using 150 grain pellets, which I'm using these white hots, that's good for out past 100 yards. You can read that slider shoots flatter, all that, right? But based off of it's 150 grains. Well, I can tell you right now they don't have any penetration. If you hit them in the shoulder, they mushroom so bad and disintegrate they don't get any penetration at all. If you hit them directly in the shoulder, it will not hit vitals. It will seriously just wound the animal. These things are garbage when it comes to hunting. On paper, both these are amazing on paper. You get very good accuracy. They're really good. Just the penetration is awful. So for these, I've had 295 grain hollow points and the arrow tip ones, and I decided to try these arrow lights because they're the one of the premium ones I got. The one I wanted to actually try are the platinums, but you can't just find those in the store. You gotta order them. But they do not get penetration. A hunting buddy of mine had shot a deer twice with these, and neither one of them exited the deer's body, the cavity. So not only does it not have any penetration, but there's no blood trail to follow, unless they're like dead right in front of you, which one bullet did not kill the deer. The both times I've shot one, and my buddy has. It's BS if you ask me. No penetration. If you look, so it's pretty deep hollow point, and it does a good job at mushrooming, but it almost does, I think, too good of a job at that, because it just does not get the penetration it needs. That's even with 100 grain or 150 grain pellets. Obviously, if you use powder, you're probably going to get a little more performance, but you would think with this arrow tip, I was really hoping to get a little more penetration with them, and it's the exact opposite. It's not very good at all. I'd rather, honestly, you probably get more penetration out of this son-bitch, which I don't know if it'd handle 150 grain. I'm sure it would, but this is just an old maxi ball, just to show you. Not really hollow point, but it is. I guarantee you get more penetration from that son of a bitch than you do these high-end arrow light Powerbelts. So what I've been doing is 3 of the white hots, 150 grain white hots, and which is no freaking joke, man. You feel that on your shoulder. And I'm using these Federal Premium muzzleloader primers. So I'm hunting with a CVA, and this is what they suggest, is to hunt with Powerbelts and white hots. I'm done with Powerbelts. I'm going to give these to a buddy that I guess doesn't know any better or thinks they're the shit. I'm just going to give them away. I've got a older muzzleloader. Maybe I'll keep these, give these away. Maybe I'll keep these for it, which is just open sights, 50 yards. I might keep them for that. I'm just not very impressed. I don't know if these will keyhole. So like these, you need a 1 in 28 twist for these federals. And my old Thompson, I don't know that it has that, but the videos I've seen on these federals is that they will, they'll make a key pattern or whatever on the target if you're not careful. So these are 270 grain copper bore locks. Supposedly they're easier to push down in there. I've heard stories even about these that, oh, they'll just fall out of your barrel. Never had an issue with these falling out of the barrel. So whoever keeps spreading those bullshit rumors, they're full of fucking shit. Or their muzzleloaders wore the fuck out. So I don't think these will do it. They might. I don't know. Haven't used them, right? But I'm looking forward to trying something that might have better penetration. It actually says deep penetration, reliable expansion, devastating wound channels. I killed a deer with this with 150 grain powder charge, just behind the foreleg, and it was a perfect shot, and it really was unimpressive. I mean, I could barely find the deer because it barely bled. The hole was literally a half-inch hole on the entrance wound and a half-inch hole on the exit wound. Nothing. That's 150 grains. Now, maybe I should be using Paradox versus the White Hots, and somebody might tell me that, right? But that's a lot of powder, man. I can feel it. There's a big difference between 50 or 100 grain and the 150 grain. Anyway, so I'm hoping that this is not the BS that this BS talks about all the time. This is fucking garbage when it comes to hunting. If you want to target practice with a muzzleloader, this is very accurate. I tried to shoot a sapling just to unload the last day of muzzleloader, which I'm showing you about a 3-inch right here. It made it in there about the depth of my thumb. And that was at 10 feet. I'm telling you, almost any other bullet in the world would have gone through that at 10 feet. It was, I call it a sapling, but you know, it was oak. But a 223, I don't know, 30-30, anything would have went through that. Especially with the powder charge, 3 of these should have made that bullet go through there. But the thing is, these expand too dramatically, and I think what's happening is they're just folding down, and they just flatten out completely to where you're just not getting anything out of them. They're, for hunting, they're garbage. If you hit the front leg of a deer, they flatten out, they break the deer's leg, but you're not getting any freaking penetration. You want a clean pass through with expansion. That's what I want. And you're not going to get that with these. Now, would you get that with these? Honestly, I haven't hunted that much with the old school stuff to know. I've never actually killed a deer with one. So, hey, maybe I'm full of fucking shit. I guarantee you get passed through with that, though. How much you want to bet? I bet you do. Especially if you're using 150 grain. These, I want to say you probably do with these. If nothing else, that copper is going to stay together. The last deer I killed with this, it was broken apart. It was shattered. It was shattered through the deer. So, this doesn't actually mention shooting 150 grain through it. It talks a lot about 150 grain and 120 in pellets. The pelletized or the granular. If this doesn't work, if these don't work, I'm gonna go to Dave's or Barnes in the Sabo. I'm gonna be done with this type of style. The reason why I went with the Powerbelts is because I heard that reloading is easy, and it is very easy. They don't fall out of the gun like people fucking claim, but they are easy to reload. And these supposedly are as well. But if I can't get the the penetration I'm looking for, I will go with a Hornady or Barnes Sabo, which is either 44 or 45 Magnum projectile. The reason I want one of these is because it's 50 cal. I want a full 50 cal hitting that deer. But anyway, so here's my video. I think I'm using pretty good primers. White Hots ain't cheap. They're good shit. They're the Coors Light, because you know how I do. But, oh, that was smooth, wasn't it? Smooth me. Let's drop those on the floor. Anyway, just wanted to say how bad these Powerbelts suck. They are garbage. Don't buy them. Unless you're just target practicing. They are absolute garbage. So this is what I'm going to start using here. I think they look pretty impressive in comparison to that also. So that little rubber right there expands, or plastic expands towards the tip and then locks into the groove. So it's like kind of a built-in Sabo. I'm excited to try something different, and it's obvious that they're made to expand, but I'm thinking I'm still going to get good penetration. I think the entrance wound with that is going to be pretty extensive, and then hopefully with the 150 grain white hot powder behind it, I'll get a devastating penetration and an exit wound. I want some sort of exit wound. I think shooting a deer in the shoulder and it doesn't even penetrate vitals is BS. If they flatten out so much it won't enter the wound cavity or the chest cavity and actually penetrate. I don't know why that's darkening up so bad, but if this hits the shoulder and does not enter the chest cavity, what's the fucking point? What the fuck is the point? It's bullshit, man. Anyway, so here's another thing. See the back end of that? So supposedly that'll kind of help clean the bore as you're pushing it in. I don't know, this kind of does. It locks in under the pressure. But what does happen is when you put this in there, that actually sets inside of it. I don't know if that's what they planned, but when you make that final like squeeze and push it in there, look at that, there's a dent in that bullet. Huh. A really weak bullet. If that has a ding in it, that's like literally, these things are, that lead that's in it is so weak. It has no tensile, I don't know if it's tensile strength, it has no strength at all. Powerbelt's garbage. For hunting. Fucking garbage. Might as well just throw it away. I'm going to give this away. I'm not hunting with it anymore. Even these copper ones, they're copper plated. They mushroom out pretty bad. You get no exit wounds with them. 100 grain per powder behind them at 70 yards will not penetrate a deer. Trust me, it will not do it. Will not do it. You might think I'm bullshitting. It's been tried. I've hunted with these for a couple years. My buddies have hunted with them a couple years. If you shoot a fucking deer with this, it will not penetrate the deer if it hits it in the shoulder. As a matter of fact, if you hit it in the guts, it still may not fucking go through the other side. That sounds ridiculous, does it not? Because that's weak, thin skin. It will not do it. Powerbelt is garbage. So I'm swapping to the Federal. Right here. Sorry, Powerbelt. I used to think you guys were probably the shit. I watched all your videos. Thought you were the shit. But what you are as a product is shit. That might seem harsh, but that's the truth. Come out with a better product that gets penetration, and then I'll change my mind. But as of now, this is everyone's outdoors. that's my review of the Powerbelts tabletop. I've shot deer with these bullets. I'm not just bullshitting. I'm just not talking shit. I've shot deer with them. See what I'm talking about? And I've actually had the arrow light or arrow tip. I have not shot too many with this load. I've shot one deer with that. I'm just saying they're not impressive at all. Powerbelt come out with a lead. I don't know. Come out with a better lead. That when it does expand, it still gets penetration. 150 grains, I think, even with this 50 cal, should be enough to penetrate. And if the white house is the problem, maybe CBA, Powerbelt, and White Hots need to figure out what's going on here, because I don't think it's the powder. Honestly, any 209 that's reliable should be good enough. I got the Federal Premium, but it's not that big a fucking deal. But between the powder and the Powerbelts, 150 grain, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Honestly, I don't even think the premiums, like the chrome line ones, are any better. There's the one other video that's actually criticizing the Powerbelt, and they talk about how garbage they are, how much garbage they are too. So if I was on a big elk hunt or something, and it was muzzleloader season, I will not be using this. I can tell you that right now. I will not be using Powerbelts. I'd rather go get old school. I'm going to try these this year, which is going to be only on deer. Or I'm going to get Sabos that are basically 44 or 45 caliber that penetrate. I'm interested to see if those actually have deep penetration like they claim. Supposedly it's trophy copper bullet, right? I mean, deep penetration. That's what I'm looking for. Because these do not offer that. These do not offer that. These with the arrow tip do not offer that. They do not penetrate. I have shot deer so close. Sorry for shaking the camera. So close with these, with the arrow tip, and they're a joke. They do not penetrate. They mushroom so fucking fast, and they turn into a flat piece of nothing. They will barely penetrate cardboard. Shoot a freaking piece of plywood, 3/4 inch plywood, it barely goes through it. I guarantee it. Now these, hopefully this solid piece of copper penetrates a little better. Obviously you do want some expansion, right? So I do want the expansion, but I want some penetration. It's got to go at least a foot. It's got to go through the fucking deer. A live deer shoulder is not tough meat and bone. It's slick. A good sharp knife can cut right through that freaking shoulder blade. It's not hard. So I don't know why these freaking bullets can't handle it, man. It's soft material, very soft. But this is so soft. That metal, the lead that's in here, is so soft it will not penetrate. It's garbage, man. Absolute garbage. Magnum performance without the recoil. Garbage. Trust me. Do not buy these unless you have nothing else you can buy. Well, it's Jesse here. Everyone's outdoors, signing off. Sorry if it's a bummer freaking video, but it's the truth. I'm looking forward to next year using these. I picked these up because I thought, shit, I better grab them. Once the end of the season, they're probably a little bit cheaper than they'll be at the beginning of the season. Which, once again, these are about $25 to $30 of freaking 15, and these were $20. So, I don't know, it's even cheaper. But we'll see. Anyway, signing off. Bye.